India outflanks China, hold its ground, and puts talks back on table. A military standoff between India and China on their disputed border in the Himalayas has escalated into deadly clashes. The two Asian powers will either remain locked in a stalemate through the winter or resolve the dispute through negotiations. India may have found its voice again 4 months after being pushed onto the back foot by stealthy incursions by China into its northern mountainous region of Ladakh as it grappled with the coronavirus pandemic. The armies of India and China are locked in a tense standoff in eastern Ladakh, where China has reportedly occupied 60 square kilometers of territory claimed by India. Tensions rose in June when 20 Indian soldiers were killed in a violent skirmish with Chinese forces. Reports of the incidents were reported by local media of India that the soldiers had been beaten to death. While China is too afraid on revealing their casualties to the world, US intelligence has put the death toll of Chinese soldiers to 30. The soldiers on either side, representing two of the world's largest armies, come face to face at many points. India has accused China of sending thousands of troops into Ladakh's Galwan Valley and says China occupies 38,000 square kilometers, 14,700 square miles, of its territory. Several rounds of talks in the last 3 decades have failed to resolve the boundary disputes. Now, Indian troops reoccupy elevated positions overlooking Chinese troops, neutralizing the advantage of the intruders. The two countries will either remain locked in a stalemate through the freezing winter in the mountains, or they will resolve the dispute through talks. There have been repeated Chinese attempts to move Indian soldiers away from the heights they occupy over the last few days. China tried to close in on Indian positions on the south bank of Ladakh's Pangong Lake on Monday and fired shots in the air, India said today, accusing Beijing of trying to mislead their domestic and international audience. Sources say the Indian army continues to hold ground after many provocations by the Chinese army in their attempt to move in on these heights. Some 7,000 Indian soldiers are at the spot, and tanks have also been deployed after the firing of the first shot last night. India's Army and Air Force chiefs are visiting the area to monitor the situation, reflecting a combat-ready posture. India now holds 30 high-elevation positions, according to reports that have not been confirmed by the government. Both countries have moved in artillery, battle tanks and sophisticated surveillance systems. India has a large number of troops, helicopters, and fighter aircraft ready for maneuvering. A key reason for India's confident and aggressive posture is that its forces secured higher positions last week in eastern Ladakh's southern Pangong Lake area, which was intruded upon by China in May. High positions on mountains give India the advantage of being able to monitor all Chinese military activity and address any aggressive movements in that area. Though China still occupies some other areas, the new scenario on the ground probably prompted a change in the Chinese response.
It's the first casualties in 53 years to result from a clash between the nuclear-armed neighbors.
Hola. Thanks for listening.